Hello everybody, my name is Rainer, this is Rainierbooks. It has been a while, yes I know. I have been out of BookTube for about 2 weeks. The reason is, I have announced it earlier, I moved last Monday and this is a lot of work that I can tell you, but I tell you more after the intro. So let's get started. So this is the weekly wrap-up for week 16 and 17. So after living for 14 years at Investortorp, a southern suburb of Stockholm, I moved to another suburb of Stockholm, a couple of kilometers away, in a newly built apartment, and that I did on last Monday. So I had to pack boxes with a lot of books, boxes with other stuff, furniture, and I had a moving company coming with a wonderful name of Strawberry Prince. That's actually their name in Swedish. Great guys, that I can tell you. Great guys, I really can recommend them. If you ever move in Stockholm, you can hire them. They moved me within like 5 or 6 hours. Took all my stuff from my old apartment to the new apartment. So from living in a house that was built in 1951, I now live in a house that was finished in 2020, and I'm the first sort of person who rents this apartment. I'm going to show you a little bit more when it's finished, but there's a lot of work to do. Still a lot of work to do, but now I have to get back on BookTube because there's a lot of things to do on BookTube as well, you know. Yesterday, the Post-Soviet Book Club started. We are going to read Sergei Lebedev's novel Untraceable, remember? And all of you who want to join me in doing this and joining the Post-Soviet Book Club, please drop me a comment down below and how I can reach out to you on Instagram or Twitter so that I can send you some more information. There's going to be an extra video about the Post-Soviet Book Club, which, as I said, we start with Sergei Lebedev's novel Untraceable about poisoning opponents, about poisoning enemies of the state with an untraceable poison. What else I have to say? I haven't read so much last week because there's so much work to do in unpacking all the boxes, throwing away the stuff that you don't need anymore, and looking at websites to sort of equip the apartment, because it's not so easy to buy things since we have a pandemic going on, right? And as you know, not most of the people, but there's only I think 20, 30, 40%, but less than half of the people wear really masks here. And it's really difficult. I don't want to travel so much on public transport, only the travels that are possible to buy, that are really necessary to buy groceries and stuff, and some stuff for the apartment here, but not all of it. So I'm still checking on websites and try to order stuff and try to get equipped here so that I can make great booktube videos. A new shelf is in the planning, and I'm not going to IKEA, but I'm going to order it from IKEA. And you know, of course, which shelf I am aiming at, right? The booktuber's shelf. Billy Booktuber has it, I heard. I finished 2 books last week, and let's get to the books now, because that's why you're here, right? I finished 2 books last week, and these were Fake Accounts by Lauren Oyler and The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. And Adiga's novel to me is, I read it with Courtney Fjodor. I think that was our 3rd buddy read already, since we also read The Church Ladies by Tash Aw, great experience. And Rumen Alam, Leave the World Behind, which I didn't like that much. So this was the 3rd buddy read with Courtney, and this book really equals, definitely, if it's not even better, to me at least, than The Church Ladies. The White Tiger is a powerful exploration of poverty in India. Is a great character. This book, I said that to Courtney, this book has a voice, and I really can't describe it much better. It has a voice that talks to me all the time. The voice of Balram, the eye narrator, who is a murderer, right? And we have so many narratives about murderers. I have not read Dostoievsky's Crime and Punishment yet. I have to read it. But I read, for example, last year, I read Tash Aw's We the Survivors, which also is a narrative of a murderer. So this one is in India. It's from the darkness into the light. The darkness is the province, the very, very poor province with poverty that we, at least here in Europe, cannot imagine. And Balram grows up there, and his dream is to go to the big city, to the light, to become a driver of a rich man and to serve the rich man and become a servant. And that's what he finally becomes. And he has to sort of elbow out some other people, and he does it without any afterthought, actually. They have a Muslim driver who is hiding that he's a Muslim. So when Balram sees that his competitor, his colleague, is a Muslim, he denounces him, and the Muslim driver gets thrown out of the job and out of the house. So Balram jumps up the ladder, and his career is going on. And in the end, he kills his master. I mean, that's not a secret, and that's not a spoiler, because Balram says it quite often already in the beginning of the novel. And this wait a minute. So Aravind Adiga's book is a masterpiece. It was his debut novel in 2008, and it immediately won him the Booker Prize that year. And if you haven't seen the filmatization on Netflix, go and see it. I think it's almost a 1-to-1 adaptation of the book. So that was a great reading experience. I cannot talk so much about Lauren Oyler's Fake Accounts, other than I've finished it, and that I have finished this together with Sina, and we are going to talk about it in a later edition of our channels. So I'm settled in a little bit now, so that I'm able to pack up my books again, that I'm able to read again, and I will do that over the course of the next week with Sergei Lebedev's Untraceable. We have a whole month to read this book in the Post-Soviet Book Club. I'm still trying to build up a Discord server for a discussion about this book, so that's why I need some sort of contact with you guys who want to read this book with me. And this is one book that I'm going to read in May. Another one is Luster from Raven, or by Raven Leilani. And I also have a buddy read coming up this month with Nika from Pretty Little Bibliophile. We are going to read Andrew O'Hagan's novel Mayflies. That's the third title for this month. And the rest is dedicated to a lot of BookTube Prize reading. Other things that I have to do this week concerning books are, I have to make a video about the books that were published in April, the most interesting books published in April of 2021. And I wanted to say that as well in this video. My thoughts go out to my friends in India. It's a horrible situation if you've seen videos, what is happening in India right now with 400,000 official infections each and every day, with thousands of people dying in very horrendous and in horrendous situations where they have no help by oxygen, and this is a huge need of oxygen. And I'm hoping that all other countries who are able to help India right now. It's necessary. Well, that was everything for today. Thank you very much for tuning in again after 2 weeks of break. After a 2-week break from this channel, I hope that we'll see each other again more often in the future. I'm pretty certain about it. So be safe, mask up, and bye-bye.